Alright, folks. How y'all doing this morning? It is Monday, August 4th. Continue with a low-fat diet and lifestyle and all of that. So, like, y'all remember, last month was a tough month. Last month was a learning process for me. I've got it dialed in now pretty good. I did pretty well last month, considering the fact, that we had a big change up in the diet, eating a healthier, cleaner style of eating. And I kind of realized, because I've done keto in the past, and I've done low fat way back in the past before keto was even a word, back years ago, it was just Atkins, and you were just basically everybody was just doing carnivore phase 1, especially if you were old school Gen X or a boomer. Back then the boomers, were still pretty youthful, and a lot of them were doing the old school 70s style Atkins, not the newer modern updated version, but the older style, when you're doing the cup of greens is all you're allowed, a cup of greens, and that's it. 1 cup of greens and meat. Pretty much it. Carnivore. Atkins phase carnivore. Atkins carnivore 1. Okay, something like that. and a lot of Gen Xers, got involved with the social media, because we grew up with technology. And some of your main, it's funny how a lot of your main carnivores out there are Gen Xers. The ones that started pushing it are from the Gen X era, and definitely knew everybody was skipping out on that cup of greens on the Atkins phase 1. Stole it. Named it something else. Yeah, nobody was ever really doing the phase 2 and 3 all that much. I think phase 2 is more keto. It's more like keto, because there's so much more accepted on it. That phase 2 and 3 foods are keto. But how much of those foods are low fat? I mean, like the chicken and the broccoli and stuff, that's all considered keto, right? Maybe not so much the sweet potato. Or the regular potatoes that I've been eating, but they're zero fat, and I can combine it with all those and the protein sparing modified fat. All of that was low fat stuff before protein sparing modified fats and all that became a big thing, before it blew up. All people, like I said in the past, people like to say stuff about, the snack whales. The low-fat diet didn't work because of the snack whales. They like to throw that in there because, food companies were making, those. They made the Olean chips from Lay's and Pringles and stuff, with that unhealthy, are supposed to have been labeled as a healthier cooking oil option, that didn't cause you to gain weight. Some kind of oil they were using, it's called Olean. Olean was what it was called. Olestra was the name brand of the oil. But food companies, they were trying to survive, and they're doing it now with keto too. So everywhere you go, it's keto bread, keto hot dog buns, keto hamburger bun. I'm fixing to go on Aldi's, they got their own version of keto bread, keto hot dog buns, keto hamburger buns. And you look at the back of those, and they got a lot of fat in them. Man, they got a lot of fat in them. Some of the regular bread, the regular low-calorie breads, only have like 0.5 grams of fat in them. And some of just your regular bread, for 2 slices gives you 1 gram of fat for just regular, straight out white bread. Something to think about. I mean, how off-putting is that to know how much fat is in those keto breads that they're putting out for all. Because I was eating them, man. I was tearing them up. The only decent thing about them is they were lower in calorie, but they've got wheat breads and stuff that'll match the calories on the keto bread, plus have 0.5 grams of fat per slice. Yeah. But anyway, you know how Nicole was talking a few weeks about the Weight Watcher stuff, and I was taking that a little bit too serious at the time, but I didn't know, I wasn't really, it wasn't registered. It was just a gauge, a guide to go by. So I still kind of look into that, for the 0 point foods, and I noticed that those Egg Life wraps that them keto people love so much, not sure about the carnivores, they might like them too. Maybe not, they got a little bit of something extra, but they on that 0 point Weight Watchers list, those Egg Life wraps, and they're basically just egg white protein, and they sell them in here in Aldi's, and I'm gonna go get me some and play around with some of them today. All right, folks, so I got a few things at Aldi's we're going to discuss. I did get the Egg Life wraps. Last month, like I said, it was a lot of me trying to dial it in and figure out what's working. Throwing mud at the wall sometimes. Over the course of my adventures here, I have gotten those zero fat pretzels. And someone put some bad juju on me out there. I ain't gonna say who. Talked about showing food and cooking stuff at home was gimmicky, but then ebooks are not gimmicky. Nah, man, I'm just showing you what works. And now I can talk about it a little more because now I have also shown you results. I put my results against any ebook any day. Speaking of ebooks, Skeleton City's got a good free one out there, I hear. I admire that. He gives back to the community in a meaningful way like that. I'm gonna have to go buy one of his T-shirts just to support him for that. That is pretty epic and awesome that he would do that for free. So anyhow, back in the sugar diet days, I got this brand here at Walmart of pretzels. They're zero fat. And then last month I done a shopping video and I found some more zero fat ones, which is kind of like the name brand deal at it was at Dollar General. Yeah, I did a shopping video on Dollar General, right? Someone wanted to point out the fact that on the ingredients list, see here at zero fat, that right down there they wanted to point out, done their own little shopping video, and said that there was canola oil in there. And I did not know that, because, like I said, I was trying to figure it out and dial it in. I mean, come on, give somebody a minute. Appreciate the heads up, though. But, I've ate several bags of them since then, and I still drop weight, so the zero fat in them, if there's a little bit of oil in there, it's probably minute and meaningless, because they didn't affect my results. I still lost some weight. But the original brand I got at Walmart here, the Great Value brand, does not list any kind of oil in there. In their pretzel, we all deserve some kind of snack. I mean, it says it contains wheat, may contain traces of milk, almond. Just because it's processed in a facility where those things are, it doesn't mean they're in there. But anyway, the last thing in the world I would do was show you something like this and then point out the oil in it without doing a little bit more research and seeing if there was better alternatives out there, and I just showed you that the Great Value brand is a better alternative out there, and that's not the only one. Look at this. No gimmick. No gimmick. This is the real thing. This is the Clancy's brand of pretzel. See that right there? Baked. 0 total fat. Baked. It even says baked right on the thing. No oil in these ingredients either, folks. So if you're looking for some pretzels, you know, you can still get this one with that little bit of oil in there. You know, you're gonna be okay. It's still 0 fat. I mean, if it wasn't, they wouldn't be able to list it. If it was probably like minute, you know, to the point where it's meaningless. But these two brands right here definitely will put you on the safe side, especially that Aldi brand, that baked right there. Baked. Yeah, I had to bite my tongue for a while, and I'm done with that now. Done biting my tongue. That's why we can't have nice things, because we're not all together. But anyway, moving right along to what else I got there. Oh, I got this salad mix there. It's got a little bit of carrot and cabbage and stuff in there. Probably definitely not the keto friendly thing, you know, since it's got a little bit of carrot in there. It's 0 fat. It's 0 fat. It's got 3 grams of carbohydrates, which is meaningless to me. 0 fat is what I'm looking for. And we're going to build a little bit of salad here. Now that we've got the talk out of, yeah, I had to get 2 bags of them Clancy's, y'all. Had to get 2 bags of them. Moving right along with my gimmicky food ideas that I give out for free. I'm the gimmick, though. Let's see. We're gonna put a little bit of lettuce in there, like that. This is that garden salad mix. I paid a little more for this just to have all that extra in there. That little bit of purple cabbage in there, that carrot in there. I chopped up some of this here red onion, which I call purple onion, and we're gonna add it to the salad here like this. See, if I'm doing these, making this food for you on camera, and I'm still able to show you results, it means the food that I'm showing you is going to be safe for you. You know, always, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Judge for yourself on how much or how little you want to eat. But since we are eating more meals a day now, this big salad here, and this is oven roasted turkey. It's got 0.5 grams of fat, and yeah, you have to eat 2 slices to get that. There's like 4 servings in the container, so it's like maybe 2.5 grams of fat in the whole package of oven roasted turkey here. And I'm just going to get that out, and I'm going to cut that up in there. I'm just going to cut that up in there with my little cutting tool here. Make short work of that. So, yeah, I mean, this was very inexpensive to make. Very inexpensive to make. Let's see what else we put in there. I got some those pepperoncini sliced I can put in there. Those are always good in salads and stuff. Oh yeah. Oops. And a little bit of this dill pickle relish in there. Then we'll just mix all that around real good. About 2 spoonfuls of it should do it. And then we just mix the meat, the onions, the pickles, the peppers around. Put as much or a little bit of stuff in it as you want to. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with gas. That's looking like a salad, right? What you think so far? What you think so far? We doing good for ourselves at Aldi's or what? Alright. So, I got some of this here fat-free cottage cheese I'm going to put in there. And we're going to make that taste a little bit better. I will show you how in just a second. Well, I'll show you how right now. First, we need to get out this here measuring cup. And I'll just use the spoon that I use for my salad, because I ain't gonna be able to eat my salad with no spoon anyway. Just wipe that down real good, like that. Now, you can either blend this or you can leave the cheese chunks in there. I'm gonna leave the cheese chunks in there this time. It's gonna be like our cheese and our salad dressing all at the same time. Now, there is all kinds of things you could do. The possibilities are endless when it comes to a situation like this. But let's see. We are just gonna go with this here honey mustard at 0 fat. And I'm just gonna mix it in that cottage cheese there. It's going to have a sweetness and a tartness all at the same time. Give us a little bit of cheesiness there. And you could do this. You could blend this if you wanted to with like a stand mixer. Make it a even more creamy consistency than what it is, and use it as a dip. But that is how you make cottage cheese taste better. And then you just add it to your salad. Probably should have made more than that, but yeah, it'll work for it'll work for now. That's some good stuff. Straight from the gimmick's mouth. Alright. So, egg laugh wraps. We got 3 different kinds. This is funny. We got 3 different kinds. 3 different kinds. Alright. This one's got 3 grams of carbs. The reason I'm pointing that out because this is supposed to be designed for carb diets, and this is the garden salsa. It's got 11 grams of protein. That's what interested me in them. 11 grams of protein. All of them's got 11 grams of protein, and this brand's got 2 carbs. This is the roasted garlic and herb, and this is the plain. The plain has 1 carb. Now the funny thing about the plain is 2 wraps equal 1 serving, and 1 serving of these, the plain, is 0.5 grams of fat, and it's got the lowest carb count at 1 gram carb. And these two both are 0. These two both are at 0 fat. I don't get that. I don't get that, but it is what it is. I'll save these 2. I'll save those 2. I'll go ahead and take a chance with the 0.5 grams at 2 wraps. And there's only 3 servings in the entire container, so you ain't gonna get no carbs out of these worth worrying about too much. You will be getting that 11 grams of protein though from them. I think these should come with a resealable thing. But basically, you know, it's just egg white crepes, whatever you want to call them. So here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to show you here. I can eat my salad as a salad. And I think you know where I'm going with this already. I can eat these as a wrap too. I've done it before on my channel when I was doing keto. I used these and kind of enjoyed it, so I'm kind of glad I can use them again. And like I said, they are on the Weight Watchers 0 point list, so just get us a wrap mix like that. Everything already in there together. What more could you want? Oops. And then we just wrap it up after we got that big old scoop on there. Wrap it up, eat it. Might have put a little too much, but you do you. Put a little or as much as you want on yours. There we go, good enough. You missing a little crouton on there. You could always crush up a few of these. Give you a little bit of crunchy on there too. What you talking about? Now, the egg whites wraps, the egg life wraps, that's the only thing new that I am trying today on the low fat protocol. Ingredients: cage free egg whites, less than 2% of xanthan gum, sea salt, natural flavor, niacin, and natural preservative. And it contains egg. Ooh, big surprise there. So they're pretty clean. The reason I got them is I ain't crazy about egg whites, but I like these, and they're made with egg whites, and they got a good amount of protein in them. Yep, I gotta have me another one. Look, let's try to be nice to each other out there. We had enough people attack our little diet during the month of May. So, all of us, who are in this little space together, we need to try a little harder to get along. Quit trying to grab our little corner of the world and come together a little bit. I'd much rather be talking, about some of that other stuff, because now that I'm healthy eating, I don't mind going against, some of them keto people out there that came against us. People like Serious Keto. Done me a favor anyway. I'm eating a lot healthier, cleaner, more enjoyable. Tell me what you think down in the comments, folks. We got us a pretty good haul today. I was especially glad to find those and see that baked on there. That really made my day. Is it the cleanest snack you could probably have? Probably not. But at least we got something that we could use in a dipping situation. I mean, it even shows it right there on the front of the package. $110 calories, 8 servings in the entire bag. That's a pretty good snack. Pretty decent lower in calorie snack then. Way lower than other chips and stuff. Oh. I like them. And they're baked. Alright, folks. That's all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.